Welcome to Ask When, everyone. Today with me, I have James and Ashley. Yes, I said James and Ashley. You get two of the price of one of you guys. And they host the podcast. So I'm going to let these guys take it away and explain more about what they do. And Ashley is the main host. James is a sidekick. So
Oh
all
no, we don't even start with him that way. Like we are equal co-hosts in this.
okay, more than me. I'll let you guys take it away then.
James, do you want to start us off just talking about like yourself and our podcast, and then I'll follow up. I'll jump in.
Well, first, I want to say thank you for having us. And secondly, I'm totally fine with that description. I will honor the divine feminine. I will be your sidekick all day long, Ashley. But yeah, my name is James. I am a writer. I am an activist. I'm a speaker, and I am the sidekick of Ashley for the Spiritual Rebels and Misfits podcast. It's pretty much a podcast and a place for people that, really have spiritual inklings and, ideas and questions and yearnings that really haven't found a place before to like share that with anyone else. And they feel like they don't really fit in and they're not, spiritual enough, or, they're too spiritual for their family and friends. And they, want to go and talk about really weird things. Talk about things from like love to channeling to, past lives to, witches and bitches, and we're a little bit of both. So Ashley, what else would you use to describe our little round table, our big round table? Sorry, Ashley gets mad if I say little round table, our big, huge, massive round table.
Discussion.
Yes. Well, we speak things into existence, and so we're always talking about like affirmations. I mean, we're here to talk about manifesting. So thank you for remembering that.
Yes, we are.
I'm Ashley Bradley. I'm an intuitive business coach. I am really leading the way with this, what I'm calling the divine feminine business revolution. And I mean, in general, I really want more women to step up as leaders. And I really want people to feel empowered, to know that a lot of the gifts that are associated more with the feminine, like emotions and creativity, things like intuition, that they get a seat at the table, like within your leadership style, within your business. And so those are the things that I'm all about. I do a lot of business tarot. I do business readings as well, business intuitive readings. And so when I know that you and I connected, we were really talking a lot about manifesting and sort of tarot or oracle cards like together, and sort of like how there might be this cross section of having a daily practice. And so I know that James, him and I, like, very much our friendship is like very fueled by manifesting, because we both have a similar excitement for learning everything that we can, learning different perspectives. And I know that he has his own sets of like oracle cards and decks. And so we're totally just excited to be here with you today and sharing that with you. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
And so, James, I'm going to throw it over to you. How would you explain to the average listener who's never done manifesting in their lives, how would you explain it to them?
Well, we're all doing manifesting whether we realize it or not. At least then that's my truth. I mean, we're manifesting our experience every single day. And it's really coming to understand our energy and our use of energy and our use of thought pattern, and also what we focus on and concentrate on. The biggest thing that I've really come to learn over the last couple of years is, there's a lot of teachings, the laws of attraction, that whatever you focus on and whatever you think about becomes reality. And I'm really of the Wayne Dyer belief that, whatever you are, whatever you become, you attract. So for me, manifesting is really about, like, if you want love, you must be of love. If you want success, if you want vitality, if you want, friendship, if you want, success in business, you must be of that mindset and like really emanate that quality and you manifest in your life. So we're each doing that. The average Joe will go through life and just think that things are just a mysterious, like I have no control in my life and I'm just going about, but that person will be about lack. That's the major thing I realized in my life, that I focus on lack. I lack a lover, or I lack success, or I lack money. And so, kinetically, spiritually, like you invite more of that lack into your life. So manifesting is really about focusing and harnessing and being thankful for and grateful for everything you want in your life before you see the physical reality of it. Because when you are thankful for it and you vibrate that energy of love and success, like it is kind of in my viewpoint law that it must come into your experience. What do you
And Ashley, what do you think on that question?
Yeah, so I'd say as well, for somebody that is like totally new coming to manifesting, I always like to talk about what James was talking about when he said vibrate, that you vibrate this, that everything is frequency. If you look at either metaphysics or quantum physics, you know that the molecular structure of things shows all of that empty space in between the atoms and molecules. I mean, I'm probably getting some of that structure wrong. I'm definitely not an expert there. But all of that empty space is the energy, and whether it's like a table or a flower or our human bodies, our emotions, our thoughts, everything has a unique vibrational frequency. And if you look at all of the universal laws, law of attraction, which is tied to manifesting, is just one of them. It talks about like attracts like. And so it's very much that we're attracting towards us the experiences, the things, the people that are at a similar vibrational rate, that are having similar experiences, thinking similar thoughts, events that, if you're thinking about fear, based in fear or based in love on the other side of it. And so it is very much aligned with the way that James thinks about it. I think that and we can even see it, like if you have a crappy day, how does that play out versus someone falling in love and all of the amazing things that tend to happen for them in their life. They get the promotion and, oh, wow, it just so happens someone, gives them a hand-me-down car that they've been thinking about and wanting. And so I think that that's like such a great example of how it all works on just like a very basic level.
I was going to say, if you have the positive winning attitude, no pun intended, then I was going to say good karma comes to you. If you have the ER attitude of, for those of you who know Winnie the Pooh and ER, yes, I've been called Winnie the Pooh. It drives me nuts, but for those of you who know the ER attitude of woe is me, this is so hard, and then you're going to, I hate to be blunt, but you're going to have the blackest life of blackest lives because you don't have the positive attitude. You have the gray, woe is me attitude, and it's like, how's that going to help anyone?
I love that
Exactly.
metaphor. That's a bomb ass metaphor right there, Win.
Yeah, that's how's the attitude going to help everyone. So, James, I throw it back over to you. What is your favorite book?
My favorite book on this subject or just in general?
Any book.
Oh, I'm gonna be so basic. Well, I am reading this book that's really like blowing me away right now. It's called The Outrageous Openness of Letting the Divine Take the Lead. And it is kind of very much about what we're talking about in a very like whimsical sense of humor kind of way. But there is two books I would recommend on this topic we're talking about, manifesting, for any of your listeners or even you. And if you like want to dig into it, Ashley loves audiobooks, so it's also available in audiobooks. You Are a Badass. is amazing. It's a very, very like talking to a friend about manifesting, getting in that mindset. And also, if you want to dig a little bit deeper and look at like spiritual theories and comments on that throughout history, Wayne Dyer's The Power of Intention, which is, I think, a great title for manifesting. When you have intention and you use that power, and, it is law, it becomes part of your life. So those are some of the books that I think are amazing at breaking this subject down, so you can view it like with you're a badass is very much has a sense of humor. It'll make you laugh while you're reading it, and the power of intention, it will just kind of really hit your heart and your soul.
Yep. Okay. So that's James's favorite book. Now I'm going to ask Ashley from the women's perspective, if your BFF had to write a book about you, what would the title be?
What would it be about? Is that what you said?
What would the title be?
Oh my gosh.
What would it be, Ashley?
He would probably call it like the experience of like probably bitches and witches, like tarot edition, or I don't really know. He has such like a way with words. He has such a way with words.
I was going to say, teasing you guys, who is he? And he is sitting on the other side of this mic. So, yeah, he. Okay. So, James.
Yes, ma'am.
If you had to move and only take 5 things with you, what would they be?
Oh Lord, move with 5 things with me. I'm gonna keep this PG as possible. I, I would definitely take my iPad at this point, just so I could have access to unlimited books. Bam, that was a smart answer, James. I would, gosh, Wayne, you're hitting me with the big stuff this morning. 5 items, that's one. I would take my favorite zip-up hoodie because I feel so comfortable, and it's kind of like a security blanket for me. I definitely would take my phone because we're all kind of phone obsessed. I try to give like the real spiritual answers, like I'll take some crystals with me. But I'm up to 3. Gosh. Yeah, I take Ashley with me. That's not an object because women are objects. But I grab Ashley, she'd be coming with me.
Yeah, clever human doing them. And so, Ashley and James, as we wrap this interview up, and I'm going to throw this up into Ashley first. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, I guess I'm curious, like, is manifesting like a part of your daily practices? Because I know that your positive intentions and your positive attitude are like so much a part of you and like everything I've experienced of you. Do you have any like daily practices or things that you do to maintain that or get back there on a hard day?
Yes.
Well, on a hard day, I do have a mantra that I say, and I usually say it when I'm walking to the bathroom in the morning and before I start my day at 5:30 a.m. Don't ask why, but and then I usually say I'm strong and beautiful and confident. And then when I get out of bed, I usually say, let's do this, and then put happy, to give you an example, happy Friday, happy Monday. And so I usually say that out loud. Now, probably people won't think I'm nuts. Let's do this whatever day it is, because I'm grateful to be walking on this earth, and I'm grateful for the team around me, and I'm also grateful that I'm manifesting something huge, you guys, which you will find out later today, which
Oh,
you people thought I was manifesting something little. Well, I'm manifesting something huge. And so I'm going to make the announcement today, and hopefully I have plan A, I have plan B. So yeah, I have I have manifested something for about a year, and now everyone's on board. Now I just have to solidify it and make it come true. And so, yeah, so that's how I do it. James, do you have any questions for me?
you're such a tease, Win. Now I'm gonna be thinking all day about what you've manifested, and I'm gonna be like stalking your website. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
I did do that.
Well, wait, if I can ask you, well, you did manifest this whole beautiful show, and I was watching, a lot of your YouTube interactions, which were all so beautiful. What made you decide to really put this together? What was the drive
I
behind
I
making
wrote a book. I wrote a book 10 years ago, I Come a Win, which is also available on audio, which is also available on Amazon. And so that book that book led me to this. I didn't realize that in the middle of Chicago O'Hare International Airport, that because of the pandemic, which I did not manifest, you guys, I did not manifest the pandemic.
We won't blame you for that. We won't blame you for that one.
We won't blame me for that one. But I did have a feeling that my life was going to completely change in an unexpected way. Last year, I told my aide and my stepmom, no, I don't want to go skiing. And they all thought, okay, it's because you lost your dad. But I didn't tell people that I felt a physical shift in my body. So when I flew home, I was ready to be home, ready to be home for as many months as it had to be. And I knew something big was coming. I didn't know what it was. So I felt the physical shifts in my body, and I was preparing myself to halt my daily life just so I could be safe. And
Mm.
people are like, wow, you felt that shifts in your body. We should have talked to you before we got on planes and stuff. I said, I'm an empath. I can do I can read the room in 2 seconds flat. I can see the writing on a wall in 2 seconds flat. So yeah, when it comes to did you see the pandemic coming? I'm like, yes, I saw it in my own way of it coming.
You're an intuitive. You're an empath and an intuitive.
Yeah,
Ashley, you picking
yeah.
up on that, Ash?
So yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. And so how this whole podcast manifested itself is I wrote a book after my mom died, and then I thought, well, how am I going to market the book? And then I thought, well, if I do it solo and cerebral palsy and speak about cerebral palsy, it's going to be a long and boring show and medical heavy. So I thought, well, why not I educate myself around other people that I want to educate myself. And I've been teaching my fan base. I'm like, yeah, you guys, I get free coaching through this podcast. I get to learn from all my fabulous fans, but my free coaching is to give it back to you guys too. And
Mm.
so, yeah. So that's how I manifested this whole thing. I did not realize in the middle of the Chicago International Airport that my whole manifesting, building this thing up would turn into my full-time job.
Look at you, you powerful, powerful little manifester.
Oh, yeah. And where can people find you guys? Where could people find the podcast? And where could people find you guys individually? James, I'm going to let you go first.
Find us individually, huh? That sounds like a dating promo right there, but I won't go there. But they can find us currently Spotify. We are on iTunes and iPodcasts for Spiritual Rebels and Misfits Roundtable. Also, to be more interactive, and I'd love it if you can join us here, Wing, because you have so much amazing energy. We do have a Facebook group because, I'm old, and so I'm old school, so I don't know about any of that Instagram. See, I'm trying to make sure
I don't know any of that. I barely know Instagram myself.
Yes.
I'm old millennial.
You're looking good though, girl. But we have a Facebook group under the same name, Spiritual Rebels and Misfits group. Ash, where can they find you, baby?
Yeah. So, the podcast, by the way, it doesn't have the roundtable at the end. It's just Spiritual Rebels and Misfits. Now, keeping it simple. And then I also have a Facebook group that's all about the divine feminine approach to business. It's called How to Make Money Being Magical. And so that's another community that I have there for a lot of the coaches and healers or anybody else that wants to really just bring more of that energy and more of that creativity and intuition into their own business process.
Yeah, well, I am Ashley. I know you handed me the Google form. I'm actually going to be joining you guys at the interview. I know you guys handed me the interview form. I just haven't had the chance to fill it out. But as soon as my big manifesting project comes to a close, and it's going to come to a close shortly, the first thing I'm going to do is fill out that Google form, and we're going to pick a date, and I'm going to come on and talk about manifesting with cerebral palsy, you guys. So watch out for that one. And James and Ashley, I truly appreciate you coming on. I truly appreciate you guys out there in podcast land listening. And please, please, please leave a 5-star review for the podcast. Give us the name of the podcast again. Anyone?
Go for it, Ashley.
Spiritual Rebels and Misfits.
Spiritual Rebels and Misfits. Please leave a 5-star review in Apple Podcasts, because all that does is helps more people figure out that this is not a taboo subject. This is real. You can manifest anything you want in your life. And you can manifest COVID to go away. Let's start there. Let's start doing that, you guys. And by the ashes of 2020 and make 2021 the best year yet. And I'm planning big things in 2021. And I will see you guys later. Bye, you guys.
Bye. Much love.
Bye. Thank you, Wynn.